bad, me sick, me Reggaeville.
SummerJam 2022, and with me is the lady in red, you know, hotter than Britney Spears when she oops I did it again, you know, and coming like beat it off Michael Jackson. You mash up the place, man.
Thank you so much.
It was an amazing performance. How was it for you?
It was great. Trust me, it's like my very first time I do SummerJam. SummerJam is a festival that I've been looking forward to ever since I heard about the whole scene, you know, with Europe and reggae music. And to play the red stage for my first time, I thought, you know, that was like really dope. And the people there give me really great vibes, and you know, I looked really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feel good, man.
Awesome, amazing, man.
Thank you.
How did you come out of these pants, though?
Listen, the pants situation, like the entire band was like, when they saw me, when I got dressed and I went back to the dressing room, everybody was like, listen, all right, so you're clearly not dancing today. You're not doing all the theatrics today because listen, I don't want to have to put on my bass to come scoop up your pants off the floor or whatever. But luckily it held up and thing. And I was melting in it. So I had to eat some food, get out of it, and then find this and put it on.
So you're well comfortable now?
Yeah, man, so
you're going to go
comfortable.
party tonight still, or what's the plan?
Definitely. I have 3 days off before my next show. The tour has been like just going. I've probably had like 2 days off, but it's travel days. So it's the first time that I will have some downtime to chill. And to be honest, like this festival, I kind of was a bit nervous about it because, you know, it's such a huge festival in Europe. And so I just feel really happy that I was able to tick that one off, and it was good vibes.
Of course. I mean, you're lucky still because you did the performance on Friday, so you have the 2 days after now to just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man, and I come back on Sunday when Protege comes. So.
Of course. Will we maybe see you on stage?
Maybe. Let's see how it works out.
All right. Let's not give away too much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, apart from that, whoever did not catch you today, they can check out your amazing new single, Wanted, right?
Yes.
The song that you also performed today.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about Wanted, the story behind the song.
Wanted. So the story behind that song is I was by the studio, Protege's studio, the Habitat in Kingston, and usually we go through his like music, like the instrumentals that are sent to him. He play me some stuff he really wants me to work on, or we'll just randomly select some stuff. And it was one of those days that I was just in a really good vibe. I was in my element, just freestyling and thing. And I remember I saw the name of the rhythm, and that's our next thing for the producers out there who are watching. You want to get Lila Iké on a rhythm, ensure you have a name for the rhythm, like whatever inspiration you have behind it, because I just feel it plays a really key role. So the producer, J Vibe, the rhythm was called Wanted, and I just remember I played it and immediately I heard it and I'm like, wow, this is like my genre, my favorite type of reggae that I like authentic roots, you get me? And so I just started singing, Mama, your son him wanted. I'm just like, okay, what could I talk about? Sit down in the garden. And so when I started it, I'm like, whoa, this song could really be a very important song, especially with everything that's happening in Jamaica and the world. You know, when I look at like the wanted list in Jamaica, it's like a lot of young people, 14, 15-year-old boys are wanted. And so that song is kind of about that, talking about that, and also about how we sometime, or mothers and parents and stuff, can kind of, you know, accept the sins of their children. I mean, I get it, it's your child and thing, but you have to also teach your child wrong and right. And so if I have a son who robs somebody or who kills somebody, you don't get to come back to my house looking all bloody and then I'm gonna take care of the shirt or whatever. And that's also based on a real story. Because my grandma, she lives in Montego Bay, Trelawney area, and she was telling me a story about a friend that she had whose son was, you know, involved in something, and the friend would always tell her that, you know, she have to sometime be washing it, and, you know, God forbid, and sad to say, both the mom and the son is dead right now, obviously because of criminality and everything. So it was kind of a mixture of that vibe, like hearing what my grandma say and how much it really, you know, for her for her friend to be telling her that, you know, you yourself feel like you're an accomplice, you know. And I just wrote the song about it, and then just what's happening in Jamaica. It's crazy. Usually when I put out music, I'd watch it come into being, and it's crazy to me. When I wrote Batty Rider Shorts, like 2 weeks after it was out, 2 girls went missing in St. Thomas, and it was a whole mob trying to find the guy. Same things I sung about in the story. Mommy, where's your daughter? Papa, where's your son? And it's like, wanted is a follow-up to that. Mama, your son him wanted. And it's like, whether it's your son, your cousin, your sister, they're involved in wrong. You see that they're wanted. Even communities sometimes protect these people. And it's like, yeah, you're fearful of your life, but what if we all get together and say, listen, we have to get this guy out. You get me? Like, he can't just be going around raping people's daughters, murdering people. And so it was these things mean a lot to me. This kind of music mean a lot to me, and it's reggae, like real authentic reggae music. Yeah.
And it's reality music.
Reality music.
I mean, do you think as an artist you have a responsibility to talk about especially those things when you see things that are wrong in society? Did you have to address these issues? Or would you also say, okay, music is an art form, and where is the line?
For me it's like, that's like a little sensitive topic, because music is art. There's a lot of music that I hear that I would rather to hear them sing about other stuff. I'd rather for an artist to be more responsible, but then you have to respect art. I am passionate about the type of music I make because of my experiences and the conditioning I got as a child. My mom was playing a lot of very serious reggae music around me, music that spoke about truth and rights, upliftment and spirituality. So being born into that and listening that every day, as an artist myself, I'm already conditioned to that. And just as a person, things affect me on a level, so I'll sing about it. You have other artists who their whole thing is about making people laugh. You have other artists who their whole thing is about dancing, like Ding Dong. Ding Dong's music is like one of the music I feel in Jamaica right now that is bringing that light in dancehall. You get what I'm saying? Because dancehall can get gory and dark sometimes. And so you find different people have different genres within the art, music itself, that they want to do. But personally, I feel like it's very important for us as musicians, when you realize especially that there's like a particular energy hovering over your community or your country, you speak out. You don't have to make it your 10 songs about it, but you can speak out, because you have to remember, once you have influence, you get me, once you're blessed with a gift and you're given a platform, I often think about myself like, it's no different than when Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X them was around and doing, like, they had the attention of the people. It's like, what are you gonna do with it? And it's not that I don't make songs that are fun and all of that too, but a key importance in my thing is spreading the message of love, the most important thing to me, and also like speaking about things that I think people need to know about and we need to hear about. And like the essence of reggae music, that's where it was birthed from. It's people going through stuff, singing about their pain, wanting their freedom, wanting their rights. So we can't too stray from that. You get me?
Yeah, definitely. But you mentioned that it's art, that people are an artist and there is artistic freedom. Is that why it's okay for you to say, okay, I'm going to do a song with Skillibeng, who is like promoting violence in his music as well? Yeah.
A big part of that collaboration for me was like, okay, I met Skillibeng before I knew who he was. I remember I went to a show Seven I had at the University of the West Indies, and he also performed, but I didn't know Brick Pan Brick at the time. I just remember the place was raving, and the show ended and I was walking out, and he came up to me and he was like, yo, you're the Jamaican Lauryn Hill, like you remind me of the artist that my dad would play when I was growing up. And I just got really good vibes from him, and ever since I met him, it's been really good energy. And I went home, researched his stuff, found his very first EP. I think it was like the East Side Freestyle, and I love dancehall music. Like, as dark as it gets, I listen to dancehall music because there's something in there that's a part of our culture. Also, you get me, the rhythm, the vibes, the flow, everything about it is like it's Jamaica in the same breath. We can't shun them because maybe we have a different message. And I remember speaking, I was always on my live like DJing his lyrics, and I remember he messaged me and he's like, yo, I don't want you to listen too much of them things, because me love what you are do. And I'm like, why don't you do it too? And he's like, he sent me some songs that he put out that's like like good vibes, upful, and he's like, bro, it's not that I don't do it, but it's what people want to hear from me. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the artists you find say, yo, they're trying to also take care of themselves and their family. So I understand to an extent, and that's why when I collaborated with him, I wanted to show that side of Skilly Bang. I wanted people to see that reggae and dancehall is not like two different set of people bringing two different set of thing. You get me? It's like Bob Marley's message different from Shabba Ranks, but they're both great artists within their right. So when I collaborate with a dancehall artist, my goal is to always show that side of them. Like, it's not that these people aren't conscious of what's going on. It's not that they can't do it. You get me? Anybody can do whatever, you know. And for me, also at the time, my EP just came out. I was just putting out music videos of everything, and I was like, you know, I feel like something that would interest people and people would find weird would be a collaboration with me and Skilly. And so I sent him the song, and I was like, listen, if you come on this song with any of the crocodile teeth and all of that, like, I'm not put it out, because for me it's not about the hype of having a song with Skilly. It's like, I know what he can do, and I know his capabilities, and I reason with him and see where his head is at and know that. And when I got the verse back, I was like, first of all, I didn't have like the parts that I'm in it singing along with him. That wasn't a part of it. When I heard what he did, I'm like, nah, this nigga is trying to take over my song. I'm happy like drop in something in there, because he completely, like, just how he dealt with it, I was very impressed. I was blown away. And to this day, it's like, that's a Skilly Bang song that's out there with him saying stuff that you probably don't hear from him every day, but it shows you that he's conscious of those things too. You know?
And that there's a other side to him.
And there's a other side, and I'm sure that is it for everybody, you know? But as I say, like, everybody's way of doing their art is different. A lot of people's mission is different. I choose to be that person that's trying to push that message, and that, you know, as I said, because of how I was brought up in music. For other people, it's like, you know, they look up to other artists who did different things. And I mean, it's up to the artist to realize that, okay, I have this level of influence. I need to really take responsibility. You know, it's a personal decision, you know?
Yeah, because you're a role model, kind of, whether you want it or not.
For sure.
But speaking of your music, you make reality music, you create awareness of things we spoke about, Wanted. You mentioned Batirada Shot, which I really appreciated as well, that you touched this topic. And some of those topics and reality music in general, sometimes I think it is not easy to give the people something that is, let's say, hard to digest, because reality is sometimes rough, and sometimes those topics are not convenient. You know? So I really appreciate the fact that you address something, you know, so the content is more important than really actually what, let's say, what would be commercially maybe the easiest thing to do, right?
Exactly.
So was that a deliberate decision to say, okay, I'm here, I'm kind of a vessel, I can create an awareness, I want to pick up this responsibility?
Yeah, for sure. And it all goes back to, like, it's me kind of creating a space for the child in me. You get what I say? Like, I remember growing up and hearing Sizzla Kalonji and Garnet Silk and Queen Ifrica, and I was so young, but yet the message did definitely permeate. I was like, yo, wow, whatever they're talking about, I'm having a physical reaction to this. You get me? And so when I began to really get into reggae music and listen to reggae music a lot, you get me, and I got older, I realized that, yo, these things are important. And then there's another level of reggae now when the new, what them call it, the reggae revival came into play with Chronix and Protege and Janine. Janine's music also completely changed my life. I didn't know anything about chakra. I knew nothing about breathing, nothing about yoga. So it's like, if those people did not do that type of music, you get me, I would have probably be a different woman. You get me? I would probably be singing something completely different. So it's like, when I think about kids and children, which I feel like my music is really here for, like, the generation to come, is like, what am I gonna leave behind that can help somebody? That can help somebody's spiritual growth, physical growth. You get me? And you can be putting out the message that you need to and still grab the people's attention. That's why I dress the way I dress. You get me? I'm 100% myself. You don't have to, I never have to go rasta or anything. Because for me, it's like, I don't want a little girl in the ghetto that don't want to wear natty hair and turban and all of that feel like she can't be conscious to. Me can't wear a body rider shorts myself, and you get me can't put on a weave and my thing and look up, me can't do my nails and all of these things, but still have a conscious mind. You get what I say? So that's very important for me. Like I have 3 sisters and a little niece, and if my music can't be played around them and my mom and my grandmother, then it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah.
You mentioned just being you, know, and you did another video. You recently released another single where we can see you naked in the video, basically.
Yes.
We're not seeing nothing, but you're just there. So that is a depiction of you saying, all right, I'm just being me. Take it or leave it.
Definitely. At the time when we shot that because I wrote True Love a year before I realized that it was like a future love letter to myself, you know, like I experienced some things couple months after I wrote it, and I realized that wow, this song is speaking to me, because I was gonna put out Wanted before I put out True Love. I was thinking about putting True Love on my album, you know, but then whilst I was going through what I was going through and I'm listening to my music, and I was like, whoa, like, because I like to how I put the music out, it's like it's a divine thing for me. It's like, yo, if this Lord and the Spirit or whatever say this is the time for this now, then that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I don't really have anything set in stone. And for me, I was feeling like very vulnerable during that time. And so, yeah, like I definitely decided that while speaking to the director, big up Ayana, she's my stylist, that was her first video, you know. And it was like, yo, I really want to show some vulnerability, even for what I'm experiencing and also what the song means and what I want the song to do for people. It's like, it's hard, it's really hard to stay up with everything happening all around. It's like all I see is sin. Hate is in the air, real love is diminishing. I'm just trying to do my best, you know, to just spread the little light that's left out there in the world. Want to use it and give it to every boy and girl to make them know say love is still the ultimate goal. It's like, I want to be vulnerable in this song. I want to show people, especially the next verse is like speaking about things I go through, you know, with mental illnesses, depression. I get super depressed to the point sometimes where I can't even bathe myself, you know. So it's like I made these songs, and with the music video, it's kind of like just locking in the message to make sure so everything connects the way it needs to. Yeah.
So do you ever feel like, okay, is it maybe too much? I'm exposing too much of my inner self with my music in videos like that, with pictures like that, or? No, because first of all, it was the first time I was doing anything like that, and everything is art. You get what I'm saying? And I'm a woman, like I'm proud of my body. You get me? I'm sure whoever was watching the video is not the first time they were seeing anybody naked, you know, and it still wasn't like super exposing, you know. We shot it in a way where it's still like, it's beautiful.
You get me? So I felt comfortable doing it. You know, I felt it was necessary for what I was trying to communicate and everything. It's like you washed up ashore, you beat down, but guess what? You see me soaring at the end of the video, like, you know, you elevate from that state, you know. True love conquers all things.
And where did you shoot this beautiful piece?
I shot this between St. Ann and Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay. Yeah. And where you?
My grandmother called me.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Me so talk to you, yeah? Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry for letting Grandma
it's fine.
wait.
She's always calling me.
All right. Tell her I'm sorry. You shot that, and I saw this scene where you're on this rock in the sea, all by yourself. How far out was that? Were you?
Like, you know, so I can't give up the secret. I shot there. I joke. It was like green screen.
Oh,
so we shot it on green screen, and then they placed me in the water. There you go. Everybody's been wondering how I'm out there, and I'm telling them, yo, I'm just skilled like that. You get me? I swam over there and I sat under a choke.
If you said that, I totally would have believed it.
Yeah, man. Big up the director, like Ayana. That was Ayana.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Ayana,
man. She's a stylist, but that was her very first video, and when she was showing me like the treatment and thing, I'm like, how am I gonna get over there? She's like, don't worry about it, we have it figured out. So
okay, wow, so she did an amazing job, man. So we mentioned the 3 songs, and you said the word album.
Yeah.
So are we can we look forward to an album where all these songs will be on, or what is the next project
maybe not
coming
all
out?
the songs out right now, but definitely like I'm in studio well, I'm not in studio right now because I'm on tour, but I am recording my album.
Okay.
There's really beautiful songs on it, really nice collaborations. You know, very proud of the collabs too.
Okay,
Some
nice.
big artists, you see me? So I'm very proud of it. And yeah, I'm not finished yet. I'd say I'm probably 50% finished because I really want to just get the songs done properly, get the inspiration right. So I'm not really in any rush. So it definitely won't be out this year.
Okay.
But yeah, I have some more songs to release this year, but not the album.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
definitely can look forward to some more releases.
Yeah, man,
probably
more
also
releases.
more videos, right?
Yeah, man. And the next song, I think the next song I'm going to put out is kind of going to be, different, like dancehall style, bad girl style.
Oh,
It's just going to be showing some range, Yeah,
wow.
for sure.
Definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, man.
All the very best for those projects
Blessings
coming
and
up,
light.
Lila. It was such
Thank
a
you so
pleasure
much.
to
It's
talk.
always a joy, man.
Thank you so
Yeah, man.
much.
Blessings
Big up
and
yourself,
love. Big up
man.
Reggaeville every time. Reggae music lead here. Love and light.
Me mad, me sick, me Reggaeville.